This is a pressing moment for you to stop and listen to me, because a final warning is being placed before you, before one season of your life turns forever in a new direction. Beloved child, do not rush past these words as though they were only a passing sound in the noise of life. I am not calling you in anger, nor drawing near to you to instill fear in your heart. I am calling you with the love of a father who has watched you walk in weariness for too long, who has seen you trying to appear strong while inside you have nearly run dry, who has heard you silently plead for a sign, for a way out, for a hand to lift you at the right time. And today I say to you, remain in this moment, because what I want to speak is not for the superficial, not for hurried ears, but for a heart that truly longs to be led. I am your God, your Father who knew you before you understood yourself, the one who sees the cracks you hide beneath your smile, the one who hears even the prayers spoken without a voice in those nights when you think you have no strength left to say another word. Many times you have quietly asked me, Father, do you hear me? And today I answer you, I have heard you for a long time. I heard you in your sighs, in your silence, in the tears you wiped away quickly so that no one would notice. I have seen the moments when you thought you would give up but still forced yourself to stand. The moments when you wanted to turn away from hope but still held on to a small measure of faith. Not a single moment of your life has been forgotten before me. But now, beloved, I also ask you with gentleness and solemnity, will you listen to me? You have become accustomed to postponing. You have grown used to saying that tomorrow you will change. Tomorrow you will pray more. Tomorrow you will walk away from what is hurting you. Tomorrow you will stop clinging to a door that no longer carries peace. Yet there are moments in life that are not given so that you may continue bargaining with time. There are warnings that do not come to be repeated forever, but to pull you out of danger before you go too far. I am not speaking these words to condemn you, but to draw you back near to me before confusion, blindness, and unwise choices cause you to lose what I have prepared. Beloved, I have watched you keep moving, keep staying busy, keep allowing the noise outside to drown out the call within. You have passed over small signs, ignored the gentle unrest in your heart, and convinced yourself that everything will be fine even though your peace has been shaken many times. You have overlooked what I wanted you to notice. You have remained silent before things that should have been brought before me. You have delayed obedience because you feared losing a person, an opportunity, a beat, a familiar place. But I want you to understand that whatever pulls you away from my peace was never truly your reward. What I give you does not force you to trade away the purity of your heart, does not keep you trembling, does not make you live in endless doubt. This moment is not a soft reminder to place in a corner and forget. This is a wake-up call. I am placing before you a holy boundary between the old and the new, between painful repetition and release, between continuing to follow weary emotions and walking in my light. There are shifts already beginning in your life, even if your eyes have not yet fully seen them. There are doors preparing to open, but before you step through them, I need you to let go of what cannot go into the new season with you. Not because I want to take your joy away, but because I do not want the old to contaminate the new. Not because I want you to lose, but because I want you to be free enough to receive something greater. Look again with honesty. Is there something you are holding on to that your heart already knows it is time to set down? Is there a connection that is drawing you further from peace, yet you still call it love, or opportunity, or destiny? Is there a habit quietly pulling you into weariness? While you keep telling yourself you can control it, is there an invitation pressuring you to decide hastily? While my gentle voice tells you to slow down, I do not need you to answer other people. I want you to answer before me. Because when you are honest with me, healing begins. When you stop hiding, light begins to enter. When you stop delaying, the path begins to open. I did not come to shame you for the times you were wrong. I do not bring up the past to crush you. I came to rescue you from continuing to live under the power of choices that once caused you pain. I know there are things you entered out of loneliness. There are things you accepted because you thought you did not deserve something better. There are places you stayed in too long because you feared starting over. But beloved, I never defined you by your stumbles. I call you by the name of grace. I look at you with the eyes of restoration. I have placed within you a value that no failure can erase. And precisely because you are precious in my sight, I am calling you to stop today. Do not take lightly how near this moment is. There are times when heaven does not speak in loudness, but in a deep stirring within the heart that tells you it is time to return. I am calling you back to prayer, back to purity, back to discernment, back to the peace that was once stolen by anxiety and haste. I am calling you out of the old cycle where you keep hoping and then being disappointed, believing and then being hurt, opening your heart and then having to stitch your own brokenness together alone. A new season cannot be built on the old foundation of fear. A breakthrough cannot be complete if you are still holding tightly to what binds you. My protection will cover you, but you must also step away from the place I have warned you about more than once. So, beloved, listen to me with all the softness still left in your heart. Do not wait until everything collapses before you call on my name. Do not wait until the door slams shut before you realize I had already told you to stop. Do not wait until your heart is exhausted before you let go of what has been draining you. Right now, you can return. Right now, you can choose light. Right now, you can lay down delay and tell me you are ready to be led. I am not asking you to understand everything before you obey. I am only inviting you to trust that your Father sees farther than you, knows better than you, and loves you too much to let you wander into what does not belong to you. Let these words become a turning point, not through a loud cry on the outside, but through a silent yet deep decision within you. Choose prayer before reaction. Choose peace before haste. Choose truth before sweet words with no foundation. Choose my guidance before roads that appear easy but lead you away from the light. I will not leave you when you decide to step away from the old. I will go before you to make a way, walk beside you to sustain you, and come after you to protect you from what once tried to pull you back. You are not alone in this shift. I am here very near, very merciful, very patient, and also very clear. Beloved, this is the moment for you to answer my call, not with fear, but with faith, not with panic, but with awakening. Not with a passing promise, but with a heart that truly wants to be renewed. What lies before you may be more beautiful than anything you have ever asked for. But you must let me lead you out of what no longer belongs to you. Lift your head and return under the shelter of my peace. I have heard you. I have seen you. I am warning you because I love you. And if today you will listen, you will realize that this urgent call was, in truth, mercy arriving at the right time to keep you from loss, to lead you into freedom, and to prepare you for the season of blessing I have long kept in my hands. There have been things I have tried to show you, yet you kept delaying and telling yourself that tomorrow would be different. Beloved, I speak to you not in anger, but with the urgent love of a father who sees you standing too close to the edge without realizing it. Many times I have placed signs along your path. Many times I have sent gentle reminders. Many times I have used circumstances, people, the unrest in your heart, and even the unexplained silences to call you back. But you have grown accustomed to setting that call aside. You say, later, tomorrow, when everything is better, when I am stronger, when I am no longer caught up in old things. But beloved, tomorrow is not in your hands. Time is not an endless treasure for you to open whenever you wish. Your breath is a gift I have given, and each day you are awakened is an invitation to return to what is right. I have been patient with you through many seasons. I have covered you when you walked away from peace. I have preserved you in the moments you chose your own way, even though my heart had already told you to stop. I have prevented worse things from happening when you did not yet understand what you were being protected from. There were times when you thought you escaped because of luck, but it was my hand that pulled you out. There were times when you thought a door closed unfairly, but in truth, I was blocking you from a place that could have shattered your future. There were times when you lost a connection, an opportunity, a familiar comfort, and you wondered why I did not keep it. But I knew that if you remained there, it would quietly drain the light from within you. Now I speak to you with the directness of love. You have reached a boundary where delay is no longer harmless. There are seasons when I wait for you to learn. There are seasons when I remain silent, so that you may recognize things for yourself. There are seasons when I cover you while you are still immature and do not yet understand the full consequence of choice. But there also comes a time when the next step must be obedience. Not obedience out of fear, but because you have been loved too deeply to continue living in what is wearing you down. Your future is calling you. The purpose I placed in you is crying out. What I have prepared cannot be entrusted to a heart that continues to cling to what is poisoning its inner purity. You have lived as though time were always there, as though one day you would naturally change, naturally let go, naturally become more right. But beloved, transformation does not come from vague promises made to yourself. It begins when you stand before my light and tell the truth. You cannot continue as before. You cannot keep calling bondage a habit, harm a comfort, or distance from me a temporary season. What you keep running to in order to fill the emptiness is not healing you. It only numbs you for a moment and then leaves you facing yourself in deeper emptiness. That voice of doubt was never sent to protect you. It was sent to keep you from believing what I have spoken over your life. That false comfort was never sent to lift you up. It was sent to keep you in a place lower than the blessing I have for you. Do not mistake my patience for consent. Do not think that because I have not immediately stopped you, I am approving everything you do. I am not a secondary voice in the background for you to remember only when everything falls apart. I am not a temporary refuge to return to when the pain eases. I am the one who formed you, called you by name, and placed upon you a purpose that no one else can replace. If you let me be Lord over your life, I will lead you into life, peace, and true freedom. But if you keep me at the edge of your life, you will continue spinning between regret, promises, and foes. I am not saying this to shame you. I am saying it because I love you enough not to comfort you in the place that is destroying you. I did not come to crush you with condemnation. I came to save you from what is stealing your purity, your joy, and your calling. When you fall in the mud of failure, I do not turn away in disgust. I stoop down where you are shattered, not to point an accusing finger, but to lift your face and remind you that there is still a way back. I see the shame you carry. I see the times you have despised yourself after repeating what you once promised to abandon. I see the nights you have wondered whether I still want to hear your voice. And my answer is this: I am still calling you. But this time, you cannot only cry and remain the same. You cannot only be moved for a moment and then return to what has bound you. You must truly rise. You must truly step out. You must let me lead you away from that place. My grace is vast, but grace was never given so that you would continue sleeping in what keeps you distant from me. Grace is the hand that pulls you out of deep water, not a blanket that lets you remain safely in danger. I have prolonged mercy because I know you are weak. I know you are learning. I know there are wounds that have made you seek unhealthy places to soothe yourself. But if you keep hearing and do not respond, seeing and do not change, being called and still turning away, then that delay itself will become what you must face. I do not want the day to come when you look back and realize you missed the clearest call. I do not want you to let the door that should have led to life close while you are still holding on to what is unworthy of you. Today is the day you need to return, not some vague day in the future, not after you have put everything in order, not when you feel holy enough to come near to me. Come now, in your truth, with empty hands, with a weary heart, with everything you no longer want to hide. I do not demand that you fix yourself perfectly before entering my presence. I only ask you to stop running. Release what is poisoning you within. Separate yourself from the voice that pulls you down. Stop at the road you know does not lead to peace. Cut off the places, the habits, the connections that are making you gradually numb to my voice. Even though I speak to you with urgency, remember that I am still speaking as your Father. You are not a stranger in my eyes. You are the child I formed in love, the one I have preserved through the days when you thought you were surviving on your own. I have counted your tears, watched over you when you forgot me, and protected you from attacks you did not even know were aimed at your life. There were things I stopped before they became disasters. There were poisonous words I stripped of power before they could take root in you. There were unclean hands I caused to move away from you, even though, at the time, you hurt because you did not understand why. I have never let go of you, even when you loosened your closeness to me. But beloved, I do not want you to become numb to my presence. I do not want you to grow used to hearing warning after warning and then continuing as before. I do not want your heart to harden to the point where what is holy no longer moves you. What is wrong no longer wounds you. And my voice becomes only a distant sound. Return while you still can hear. Respond while my hand is still extended. Let today become the line between the old self that keeps running and the new self that is coming home. I am not calling you to steal your joy. I am calling you to rescue your true joy from what is false. I am not closing a door to make you poorer. I am closing it to lead you into a life that is cleaner, stronger, and freer. Place your hand in mine once more. Tell me honestly that you do not want to delay any longer. Let me wash away what weighs you down, soften what has become hardened, and rekindle what has grown cold. You are still called. You are still loved. You can still step out of what has been holding you, but you must step. Beloved, I will lift you, but you must stop returning to the old chains. I will lead you, but you must stop resisting the path of peace. I will restore you, but you must give me what you have been hiding in darkness. Today, return, not because I want to frighten you, but because I want you to live in the light, in freedom, in the purpose I wrote for you before you knew who you were. You have once chased what gave you momentary satisfaction, but in the end, it only left you with a deeper emptiness. And I saw you through every one of those moments. Beloved, I know there were times when you looked for comfort in glittering things outside yourself. Things that promised to make you forget pain, forget loneliness, forget the hollow places you did not know how to name. You thought that if only you could touch what you longed for, your heart would be at peace. You thought that if only someone saw you, chose you, loved you, kept you close, then the silent wounds within would stop speaking. But then you discovered that these things only dulled the thirst for a moment, and afterward left you facing yourself in weariness. I do not say this to condemn you, child. I say it because I know you are tired of looking for life in sources that cannot give life. You have followed people, placed your hope in promises, in presences, in holding hands, in affirmations you believed would heal you. But people have limits. Beloved, some have disappointed you because they did not know how to love you rightly. Some left because they were never meant to stay. Some took advantage of your kindness, touched the tenderness in you, and left marks that made you afraid to open your heart again. You searched for love from the world, but that love often demanded too much and returned too little. It wanted you to change in order to be accepted, wanted you to stay silent in order to be kept, wanted you to shrink yourself to fit the space others made for you. But my love is not like that. My love does not run dry when you are weak. My mercy does not wither when you fall. My patience does not disappear when you wander far. I remain who I am, steady, faithful, gentle, and mighty. Though you drifted, I remained. Though you turned away in seasons of confusion, I still watched over you with the eyes of a father who never stops having mercy. Though you sometimes chose paths that wounded you, I never left the place from which I could bring you back. You may have thought you had gone too far, failed too many times, broken too much to be received again. But beloved, There is no distance greater than my kindness when you truly return. No darkness is so deep that my light cannot enter it. No stain in your life is beyond my renewing if you place it in my hands. I do not wait for you to be perfect before I love you. I love you even when you are trembling, confused, and do not yet know where to begin again. Return to me. Lay down everything that has made your shoulders heavy. Lay down the guilt that has made you bow your head. Lay down the shame that has whispered that you are no longer worthy. Lay down the habits that keep you trapped in old cycles. Lay down the doubt that has made you afraid to trust again. Lay down the fear that has built walls around your heart. Lay down the bitterness and unforgiveness that have exhausted your soul day after day. Do not hold anything back, as though I could only touch the most beautiful parts of you. Bring even the parts you want to hide before me. Bring what you cannot say to anyone else. Bring the memories that ache, the choices you regret, the questions without answers. I am not afraid of your brokenness. I am the one who knows how to turn broken places into the beginning of restoration. You were not made to carry everything alone. You were not born to live beneath the weight of invisible chains, waking each day feeling that you must save yourself. My son, Jesus, did not come to stand far away and watch you struggle, but to bear what you could not carry on your own. He suffered for your freedom. He gave himself so that you would no longer be imprisoned in sin, fear, and despair. He opened the way for you to return, not as a stranger, but as a welcome child. Do not let that divine gift lie untouched at the edge of your life while you continue living as though you had been abandoned. Do not let that holy sacrifice become something you hear and then forget. It was given for you yourself, in the season when you were most weary, in the place where you most needed rescue. What I am calling you into is not a cold religious shell. This is not about you putting on a moral appearance so that I will accept you. This is an invitation back into a living relationship between father and child. This is not a set of dry rules meant to burden you, but a rescue that lifts you out of the place where you have been trapped for too long. I do not extend my hand to control you, but to pull you out of the abyss. I do not call you back to strip joy from you, but so that you may know the kind of joy that does not wound you afterward. I do not want to diminish your life. I want to restore you to wholeness, purity, and freedom. But you must respond. I will not force your heart, because true love does not coerce. I stand at the door of your life and call, but you must open it. You must choose to lay down what is draining you. You must choose to return rather than keep running. You must choose surrender, not as failure, but as the bravest act of a person who has finally realized they do not have to fight alone anymore. Time should not be wasted any longer in the old cycles. Do not delay your healing simply because you have grown used to pain. Do not say later to what could free you today. There are doors that open when you say yes to me with a sincere heart. If right now your heart is trembling, if within you there is a gentle recognition that these words are touching the very place you have tried to hide, then do not ignore it. Answer me in faith. No perfect prayer is needed. No polished words are required. No proof that you are strong enough. Just return. Just tell me from the truest place within you, Father, I need you. One small but sincere yes can open a new journey. Obedience does not always begin with something great. Sometimes it begins with a quiet decision that you will no longer live far from me. Come near to me, beloved. Do not stand far away in shame. Do not hide in the dark because you think I am disappointed in you. I have known everything, and I still call you my child. I have seen every stumble, and I still reach out my hand toward you. I have heard every cry, every unspoken confession, every fear of rejection, and I still keep my arms open. Lay those burdens before me. Let my mercy wash away what you cannot erase on your own. Let my love teach you how to stand again without being bound by yesterday. I am not calling you back to remind you of your mistakes. I am calling you back to restore your identity, heal your heart, and lead you into the freedom you have long desired. From this day forward, do not run to dry wells. Do not trade your peace for things that only offer temporary relief. Do not let the world assign your value by what it wants to take from you. You belong to me. You were redeemed by a love greater than every failure. You were called into the light, not to live in shame, but to walk in newness. Return, and you will see that I never left. Surrender, and you will see that freedom is not a distant dream. Trust me once more, because in my hands, even a weary life can be lit again, rebuilt, and guided into a dawn you once thought you would never see. You have stood between two paths for too long. One part of you longs for my presence, but another part remains entangled in snares that quietly pull you away from the light. Beloved, the dividedness has exhausted you more than you know. It has unsettled your heart, made your smile weary, and let your days pass under a heaviness you cannot quite name. You may try to appear peaceful before others, but you cannot manufacture true peace on your own. You may look for joy in what is temporary, but deep and pure joy comes only from me. I have knocked many times at your heart with gentleness, but now my call is becoming stronger, not to frighten you, but to awaken you before you lose the sensitivity within yourself. This is my voice cutting through the noise of the world, through excuses, through delay, to bring you back to the holiness I placed within you. You often say that you are waiting for me to act, but today I tell you that I am also waiting for you to respond. I have opened the way, sent warnings, and placed signs before your eyes. Yet you remain standing in the place from which I told you to move away. Time does not stop because you hesitate. The days keep passing, while your heart remains torn between what you know is right and what you still refuse to release. My spirit is calling you, but your mind is being scattered by old desires, old habits, and compromises you once thought were small. You cannot continue holding on to what I have repeatedly told you to let go. That hidden thing, that concession, that double life is slowly taking your purpose from you, piece by piece. It does not arrive as a rough chain. It wears the appearance of comfort, so that you imagine you are still fine while, inside, you are gradually being held captive.